take number 2354. Okay, leg day. For me personally, it's the worst day possible. It's the worst muscle group I like to train, and over the years, it has also been the worst I have actually like trained consistently. Now the whole idea of my channel is to be consistent in anything I do, in uploading the videos, in working out. So today I'm just going to show you like the last video that I did, the workout, and I explain my thought process throughout. Let's get it. So personally, I always choose to start with a warm-up. I mean, I didn't show the part of me warming up. I'll try to do that in the next video, but I always start to like stretching your legs. You know, it's not always good to go straight for the weight, especially when you're trying to lift heavy. But I already stretch right now. I don't also jump in and go straight for the heaviest weight I could. I always like start with something light for me personally is 160 kilograms. That's 80 kg and 80 kg on the other side to make sure it's balanced out. So right now I'm just feeling the machine, you know, seeing how it is. And now I know I can like go more. I increase it. But basically I always train like this. I never trained like this. Rather, I always used to train the same weight for like the whole session, and I used to do that for years. And I used to wonder why I never saw so much progress, because I just like plateaued in a certain level. So instead, rather this time, the approach I'm going to take is every time I train, I increase the weight, so I get out. It takes me out of my comfort zone. So now I've increased the weights, I think by 40 kg by both sides. And then I'm going to try to explain the technique in which I'm using here. You see, I always push and I stop and I rest. Again, push, pause, adjust my body, feel it out, push. Or you see, like the more weight you add, the more you have to look at your technique. You know, making sure everything is right so that you don't get any injuries. That's just what is going through my head right now. And if you can look at my face, like you can see that it's not an easy job. Like it takes a lot of energy out of you. I increase the weight. Still feeling it out, you see. Well, the moment you see me go a little bit faster, that always tells you that okay, now I'm feeling it exactly. Like right now, you see, I push it and I don't try to rest anymore like I used to. Like it actually increases the intensifies. I can't even speak anymore. It makes it a little bit harder is what I'm just trying to say. Increase the weight again, and you keep going. I do 5 sets and 10 reps. Exactly. Now I felt it out. I just keep going, just keep pushing. And you can look at my face. It's very, very difficult. And I never trained like to this stage most of the time. I always used to just train and then chill out. But this time we're going all out. And you can see the amount of energy it takes out of me, man. I'm not trying to act here. It's just me being genuine. Like a camera is pointed to my face, but I still feel how like you can really see how tired I am. But we don't stop. We keep going. Now you see, I'm not going to use the push and pause technique anymore. I'm just gonna keep going for it. Just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, like that's after feeling it out that much, you know where your limit is. So now I've gone down to the different machine. Again, same mindset. Maximum weight. You look for your technique, trying to feel it out. Again, you don't want to always go too heavy when you are starting like on the gym. Like I already have enough experience in there to know what I'm doing. But I'm also always trying to feel out stuff and how my body is reacting to it. I reduce the weight. I rest because I did the 10 reps already for the first set. Now I'll go to the second set. The same thing again. Make sure everything's adjusted. Make sure your body is like set, and you go for it. I always try breathing. It helps. And as you can see, it gets tougher the more you go. So I always increase the speed. Like I want it to be more painful. And you can look at my face. It's really, really painful. It burns inside, but you don't stop. Like usually I always stop when it burns, but this time I just keep pushing it. Adjustments. Try to breathe correctly. And you can see my reaction. It's I'm watching it right now. It's so funny. I cannot lie. It's so painful. Oh, it's so painful. At the end, I couldn't walk anymore. You can look at how I even started laughing because I couldn't feel my legs anymore. Next exercise, same mentality. Maximum weight. Control your technique. Make sure everything is alright. And go for it. I've noticed that every time I'm in the gym, the first like set I always do, no matter how many times I'm in there, is always trying to feel out what my body is responding to, because a lot of people will just go in there and put in a certain amount of weight, and that's how they're going to like tear their muscle tissue. But that's not what I'm going for. Yeah, we're not trying to be Mr. Olympia. Yeah, we're just trying to get a certain mindset, try to just go hard as possible, but also stay healthy. And every time, like I notice this now a little bit more when I'm like editing the video. Like every time the amount of like energy it takes of me, you can see I'm I'm almost dead. I literally am almost dead. Like my eyes were turning, I felt like vomiting. I didn't eat a lot. I think that's also like the problem, but I did not stop it. I just had to finish what I started. So now I'm doing for the curves, like I think the calves actually, the calves. I genetically I don't have big calves. I have to work on those more. This is what this exercise is for. If you can go back and watch the video, you will notice that every time I work out, I don't work out with the same weight like exactly right there. I switched it again and I increased it actually this time. The times where I decrease, where I might start with the maximum weight, and then throughout the workout I decrease the weight, or I might start with the minimum weight and throughout the workout I increase the weight. That way I create more resistance, and the more weight I do, the less repetitions I'm going to do, but the more repetitions I do, the lesser the weight. Me personally, I feel like if I keep on training like this, I definitely will see some change in maybe 3 months. But it's all about consistency and time. Being patient and just wait. Not giving up. Like every time I'm working out now, I feel myself like just one more, just one more. Just like push it. If it's a leg press, push it. And after that, I do feel happy because there's a lot of science behind why people get happy after lifting weights, and like it releases some, I don't know, endorphin, I don't know how you call it in the scientific term, but I know that you do get happy after training because you feel like you've accomplished something basically. And it's a feeling that once you have, you don't want to let go of it anymore. But the moment you forget it, to get it back is actually tough. So that's where we are right now. And also, like I said, I'm going to be training my body parts by parts per week. per day rather. That's like chest on Mondays, legs on Tuesdays, maybe back on Wednesdays, on Thursdays something different, on Friday something different, but on the weekends I'm going to rest. And then we can see where we go from there. Well, it's been your boy Ragnar 007. Peace.